Bye, everyone.
Welcome, everybody, to the Sunday Build Show. How's everybody doing today? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And Justin's about to show us his bad finger. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
His bad finger. Called it a bad
As y'all
finger.
can see, we're got a couple new wheels or temporary wheels on the show today.
We got full
Right, we're welcoming back Mr. James Duff. James, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
And of course, we're welcoming back our good friend, Big Daddy Frankie D. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
Good to
My
see
man.
everybody. Absolutely.
Well,
Excited about
Jody, and good to see you.
We Justin or Jason and Tim and BG all had some personal things they had to take care of today.
That's a
So
bunch
we'll
of
miss
horse
those guys. Jason said something about maybe skating in at just about the end of the program. So we'll see if maybe he shows up. But we're looking for him.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Hey, good news. Daddy BG's not babysitting today, so we can go out there and get all kinds of wild. BG, BG keeps us in line.
That's why I got the invite.
He tries.
He does try. He does.
Yeah, that's right.
What's going on in the chat? Steven, Craig, Tiffany, Dirt Road Cinderella's here. Good to see her. Tin Man, Dave M90. What's up, Dave? Terry Wilson, Dean Scale Model Zone. Welcome, everybody. Glad to see you. All right, Tiff, I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us. I guess you got something going on, but we'll see you next week.
We just started. You're leaving already?
She's got plans, man. She got things to
Take me
do.
with you.
What a
Brian Connell, what's up, Brian?
Take me with you.
Right.
You shut your filthy mouth.
I know exactly. Get me out of here.
Save me now. Ken from Modeling in Retirement's here. What's going on, Ken? Or Model Building in Retirement. Let me get that title right. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Glad everybody's back for another weekend of shenanigans around the old PC computer or telephone or however you're watching. Dave says, Mike, flying down to your neck of the woods to look at a property next week. Sweet, bud. If you get down here, hit me up. And
I'll tell you what,
I'm
my
going to
neck
be
is doing
between
in your woods.
I'm going to be between Ocala. Actually, I'm going to be all over this week. Ocala, Denellen, Brooksville, Lecanto. Got to go to Cocoa on Thursday. I'm going to be all over the damn place.
You are in demand.
Have Dozer will travel.
That's exactly right.
Sounds like a third-rate Beach Boys song.
Right. Justin Dean says that your Mooseroo looks great, dude.
Well, thank you.
Englewood, Florida. Yep, that's down towards the Orlando way, if I'm not mistaken. Englewood is down towards. It's certainly not Englewood, California. I can tell you that. That's a tough area.
Wow. Only for some.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's it. Gonna let a few more get in here, and we'll talk about what we're working on today. You guys will be happy to know that progress is happening on the modified. Can't wait to tell y'all. And then we're going to break out what I'm going to start working on, which really should prove to be interesting. So it has a lot of photo etch, and I have never dealt with real photo etch before. So it should prove to be interesting.
Isn't that thing supposed to be done in like a month?
Yeah.
Mike's right on schedule.
Yeah. Right on schedule. 3 months late.
I like your style, Mikey. I like
That's
your style.
I like it.
I'll be there when I get there, right?
There you go, buddy.
May not be the first in line, but by God, I'll be there.
Just building models here.
That's it. That is it. I need to get back onto my pacer though. I'm supposed to be having that done by Acme, and considering that the build videos are called Acme or Bust, I might be bust. Well, let's see what we got here. So Lance is in Tallahassee. All right, everybody's working on something. We got the 28 in here. We'll go ahead and talk about what we're working on. Who wants to go first? Who's going to be brave and go first?
Volunteer his tribute.
All right, there he is. Meh, Santa.
Yeah, man, Santa. I'm not working on shit.
No wonder you went first.
Oh boy.
I actually, this is kind of like the first time I've been actually at the bench with any kind of like wanting to do anything. In a bit. It's been a hell of a life ride the past few. The papers are officially on their way to the state.
There you go.
Snaps for Justin.
Yep.
So I actually kind of like trying to find the mojo because that freaking Musaru build, it fisted my mojo.
Hammer fist.
100% without any kind of lubricant. So, trying to force it, I started doing this guy.
Ooh.
Nice.
Because I felt like I needed a propeller World War II thing, because that's kind of like my favorite genre. So that's kind of what I started a while back.
Oh yeah.
It's a typical Tamiya kit. It builds beautifully. This is only like 3, maybe 4 steps.
All
So
right.
that's what I'm going to be working on today.
Sweet.
And a cup of coffee. I'm also working on a cup of coffee.
Yeah, because y'all got to record your other show again tonight, don't
Yeah.
you? Yeah, you're going to be up for a while.
Chores are done. Dinner's in the oven. I took a nap right before the show. Now I got the coffee.
Dean says he bought the same kit to go with his F-35 Lightning. I guess they're a
Okay.
team.
All right. Yeah. Well, no, not really, but it's a P-38 Lightning. So
Okay.
the F-35 is the Lightning II.
Okay.
So so far, just with this, it's been a really nice build. So, Dean, you're going to love it.
Yeah, what I know about aircraft, you can put on the head of a pin and have a square dance around.
We know.
This
Wow.
we know.
We know.
What about you, Jody? You ready to show us what you're working on?
Yeah, I'm just getting started on this the Avanti here.
Ooh.
And I had to tough to tell, but I narrowed the rear end. So I'm gonna build some mini tubs today.
Nice.
I've got some big 3D printed wheels for it, a big 3D printed LSX. And you can see where I'm starting. I mean, timestamp it. I hope to have this thing done for NNL East. So,
Oh, Jesus. You're on a tight schedule, my friend.
Yeah,
5
well,
weeks. 5 weeks,
He's
sir.
not
5
you,
weeks.
Mike. He's not you.
He's
yeah,
not-
I got
he-
plenty of time.
He can actually build.
I should be able to get it done, hopefully. So it's always fitting, making sure everything's going to work. I've kind of got through all that. I've got things fitting really well, but the body needs a bunch of prep, and I haven't really done that yet. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm just kind of working through, cleaning stuff up a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I do hope to get it done, though.
How's the rolls coming along? Did you get it done? Or
The rolls is getting close. I'm gonna hold out on that till I get it done. But it's painted, and it needs to be clear coated. Well, it's got like an inner coat on it now. It needs to be I put a couple of coats of clear on it, wet sanded it flat. I've got it's a tritone paint, so I've got 2 colors separated by a third. I did the third color that's on there now, so I'll be able to hopefully clear coat that tomorrow at some point. The chassis is all done, the interior tub's all done, the wheels are all done. So once it's cleared, wet sand and buff anything that needs to be done. But being that I've already clear coated it, a couple flow coats of clear, it should lay down nice and flat.
Nice.
I'm hoping I won't have to do much buffing. But then a little bit of bare metal foil and put the thing together. So
Hell yeah.
close. Hopefully, this week, hopefully I'll have that done. But it's been a trudger. It's been a few months of working on that thing. So
you're on a bit of a, what is that? Is that a pro touring or is that a pro street type builds that you're doing?
It's a pro touring Rolls Royce, full Corvette chassis that's been lengthened. The body is pretty well stock. It's a terrible mini art or mini craft, I think is the manufacturer. So
Respect, brother. Respect.
opening hood and trunk, and it's gonna be pretty neat when it's done. So it's getting close. Hopefully, maybe by next week.
So you sound like me, going to chop one all up and drag it out and do all that handwork and scratch building and all that just to get it done to do another one.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you see, he actually finishes them.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
I do. I try to finish them.
That's the part. That's the part where I fall down.
The prospect of another trudger obviously is never. You get done spending months on something and then it's like, okay, well, let's start all over again. But I'm fortunate that with the auto model and magazine stuff, I get to bust out quick builds and still feel like I have my worth before I move on to the next trudger. So.
Well, Dean from Dean Scale Model Zone said he was going to do the same thing with the Avanti. He was going to pro street it out or pro touring it out anyway.
Nice. Well, I'm right in the midst of it right now. So there's a 1963 category at NNL East this year. So I'm motivated to get it done for that. So
that
Category for 1 year.
yeah,
Crazy.
63 years of 1963.
You fucking guys are nuts over here in the car world.
Damn right we are.
Amen.
Mr. James, would you be ready to show off what it is you're working on?
Sure.
All right, there you go.
So speaking of the 1963 theme at NNL East, I am beginning work on this little.
Oh, dude, that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Because I figured, everybody's going to be building a 63 Corvette or the 63 Ford pickup truck, and I like I like Jody. I'm picking something oddball here. So this is a Subaru 360. This is the Japanese equivalent to a Volkswagen Beetle. If you read the literature on the back history of the story, this was literally the people's car of Japan.
Nice.
Today is pretty much trying to get everything all in one pile because much like a Beetle, everything has to be body color on the inside because it's all sheet metal inside. And, just sort of getting everything together to get this started. And then I went to the hobby shop to get paint for the plane that I have. And like most times going to the hobby shop, I failed miserably because then I started coming home with crap.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, and then this fell in the car.
Just fell off the shelf. Just jumped right in when you go by.
And then that fell in the car. And
Is the gravity is the gravity heavier over your place or what?
It is. Once you're on the other side of the mountain, the gravity is heavy. Now, I will point out for anybody who's going to NNL East and hasn't been paying attention, these two kits are the web theme this year.
Yes.
So these are somebody pointed out to me I have 45 days to finish one of these, to which I laughed gaily at the idea that I'll finish anything in 45 days. But those will be fun. So I'll be working on this and then probably not paying any attention to what's going on around me because I'll be digging through those and looking at instructions.
Now, when you say laughing gaily, do you mean like?
I mean, like exactly. I mean,
hey.
No, I am not going to infringe upon Mike's territory.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
That is his copyrighted saying at this point. Hey. So it's more like a tee.
That's not far off a hey.
This is true. Tee.
Whatever you say, good buddy.
I 10-4 good buddied him this morning when he sent me the
did.
link to the room.
He did. Mr. Frankie D,
All right.
you're coming up on the big screen next, my brother.
So, unlike some people here, I finished builds.
Woo. Neither do I.
Shots
Well,
out.
4 hours
has to.
ago.
That thing's amazing.
Ooh, look, that thing is too cool.
So
That is
for
too
the
cool.
non-armor people, this is a Soviet T-35 heavy tank. Its nickname was the land battleship because it came with not one, not two, not three, but five. Five. That's
But
right.
third-
It's a memorial this weekend only. Five. Five turrets.
T-35 as in 35 turrets.
As in 1935. But it's a cool thing. They made about 60 of these tanks, and propaganda.
They all got
purposes,
stuck
they
in the
look
mud.
great. But yeah, a lot of. I have a book that talks about each one of them, and it's like gearbox, a gearbox, transmission, chassis broke, gearbox. So, beautiful Hobby Boss kit. If anyone's interested, Hobby Boss falls together. I got value gear stowage on there. I made some stowage out of two-part epoxy putty, some stuff with Buddy 3D printed, and then for us armor guys, whole bunch of stuff, right? Layered different things on. It's modulated, a couple different paints, pigments, oils, acrylics. This one took me about a month, which for me is a long time.
That is a long time for you.
So
It's also a little bit bigger than your usual.
I have embiggened, as you like to say, Justin. This is definitely bigger. As a matter of fact, I'm actually torn now. Justin, you don't say anything because you're biased, but this is what's coming up next. Is one of these two. So this is a Hetzer, this is a converted
Okay.
tank destroyer where they took the roof off, put in an anti-aircraft gun, and then this one is a Hetzer. In May 45, when the Russians were coming, they pulled out, the Germans pulled out, and the Czech resistance grabbed a bunch of these. They didn't have guns on them, but they used them to go basically racing around town, shooting bad guys. So this was a gift from a close personal friend of mine
Yeah,
that I may
And who gave it to you? And who gave it to you?
I may or may not have had to perform sexual favors, but this was a gift from somebody who's somewhat Santa oriented. So I don't know which one. I'm looking at them both right now. I mean, it's probably going to be.
I mean, they're both
but-
Hetzers doing both at the same time.
Yeah. I just I can't do that. I'm not a
Yeah.
multi-kit builder. So
Well, Dean hit the nail on the head. He said that your tank has got steely wheels, lots of them.
lots
Steely
of-
wheels are what we have in. I don't know. I'm sure if you're familiar or not, but steelies are what we call some of the stock wheels that were on, cars back in the day. They call them steelies.
Well, here, let me show you. He's not wrong because I can take the side off and you can see the suspension I had to build.
Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of steelies on it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
That's cool.
This,
So
this
is
was-
that side made to come off like that, or is that something you custom built and with a
no,
magnet?
no, it's made to glue on like that, but it's just so interesting looking that I'm taking this to a show in a couple weeks, and I'm probably I'll lose points, I'm sure, from the judges, but I'm basically gonna just kind of take it off, and it's gonna be sitting like this.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see the detail.
You know what? If someone says, "Oh, like I've got a nub cut here or there or something like that," I don't really give a shit. I build for pleasure, not for anything else. So I just think this looks really cool, and I want people to see it.
Well,
I want more people to build it, so these freaking model companies will make more of these, so I can have more fun.
Well, while we got you up on the big screen, Mr. Frankie, you know that we created those intros, and I created one for you when we were cutting up, and I was sharing it with you. So I want to take an opportunity now to share this creation that I made for Mr. Frankie. We'll put it up here on the big screen. Now that
Who the hell is that?
that is Frankie.
That's
It
Frankie.
looks just like him. Looks just like him. We
Oh.
you can we're gonna leave to your imagination what this is for. Or Frankie can show us the neat things that his daughter makes. Hang on. We're gonna hide it.
My daughter makes emotional support butt plugs.
That is just too funny.
Excellent.
There's quite a few members of the Insanity crew that have these, including a Stars and Stripes one for our friend Sean Picard. But when Riv gets mean to us, we just
Pull out the butt plug.
That is funny. That is
goes in
funny.
gentle, comes out hard.
Jesus.
We had Riv on. What was it? Last week?
Last week.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah,
we had
last
him on.
week.
And you got to talk?
But you know what? I was absolutely surprised. He was really on his best behavior.
Well,
He
he
was
was
kinda-
distracted.
Yeah, he was very distracted, very busy. So we got words in edgewise. He didn't tell us about his ghost in the attic and all that this time. So it was actually a pretty entertaining time.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're recording this afternoon, so Justin and I are looking at a 5-6 hour session of online-didness.
Yes.
I will definitely leave that up to you guys because I am not doing that.
No,
But I do quietly hear you all asking, Mike, what is it you're working on? Well, those
no
of you
one's,
that
no
know,
one's asking that.
nobody gives a damn because they already know, right? Well, you guys would be happy to know. I can't show you because they're all in the Easy Bake Oven right now. But I have gotten the last coats of clear on the skins for the modified. I've got the chrome on the Nerf bars and on the bumpers. So it will be ready to go together. And what I do want to show you is what I'm going to be working on next. I should have been a little bit more prepared, but so you guys have heard us talking about the group build that we did here in-house, the Sherman. So
Yay!
Sherman Buddy Build.
This is the Sherman Buddy
There
build
it
that
is.
I'm going to start working on next. Really cool kit. I actually first opened it up just this afternoon to look at it and check it out. I'm really excited about getting into this. It's a Tamiya kit. It looks, for a guy that's never built a tank before, it does look pretty cut and dry as far as how it goes together. But now I'm trying to find my PE, which I don't see, but I've got brass barrels, a brass barrel, brass rounds, silencers for it, and I got a bunch of brass to put on the tank. It's all PE. So this is going to be a PE learning experience for me. I'm excited about it. Should be a lot of fun. I have never built, the only tank that I've ever built was at the turkey shoot. I did a 1/72 scale Russian tank a couple years ago, and it was just a lot of fun. I do have the aftermarket Panzer Art tracks for this,
Oh, that's cheating.
and I've heard. And I've
No,
told
it's not
Mel,
because I looked at those tracks.
there's a lot of work going on there. There's without a doubt, there's a lot of pieces that go on there. I mean, there's,
Mikey, have you got a photo etch bender?
no, I do not.
Okay, so you're gonna have one of these. Get yourself like a good quality. Oh, where the hell did mine go? Flat end pair of pliers.
Flat end, like a
Like these are Tamiya photo etch pliers, but you
Okay.
want pliers that are basically squared off at the end.
we can bend it.
And most of your bends for Tamiya stuff are going to be some degree of 90, right? Like 90, 45.
Right.
So get yourself, that's all you really need for your first time ever.
Okay, because I got the photo etch scissors,
Yeah.
trimmers, and I got the I was gifted a pen type thing, but it's sticky on the end. I don't know what it's not, like a wax pen or something.
It is a wax pen. Yeah.
And it's made to like hold the parts, pick them up, and all that. So be excited about doing that. I've done some photo etch on cars, but this is like, I mean, this has got fenders. The gun is going to be all photo etch, and I mean, it's a lot of photo etch that goes on this. The bar, the metal that goes around the light to protect it for the lights on the front of it is photo etch.
They call that a light guard.
Light guard. Again, what I know about armor, you can put on the head of a pin and have a square dance around, but that's everything, right?
The light guards will be the worst part. And you know what? To be honest, Tamiya's plastic ones are usable. So try the photo etch. If it's not kicking in, just go with the kit ones. They're fine. You got no issue with that.
Well, I don't know if I've told you this, Frank, but I saw online doing research I knew that I wasn't going to be able to build one and it be anything like what it like what you guys would build as far as being accurate. So I wanted to find something different, and I found one that was I think they were advertising the photo etch for it, the brass photo etch for it, as much as they were doing anything else, but it was all black. So it was like this tank that Justin told me it might have come from a video game, that the War of Tanks or whatever, some tank thing.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really, really cool because you can get, even though it's all black, you can still get contrasting black and flat black, gloss black, so I'm looking forward to working with black as a only color. And my driver will probably have some green in him and that sort of stuff. But the idea is to make that brass really pop coming off of that black. So I'm excited.
Black and brass.
Black and brass. It should look pretty good when it's done.
Right on.
But I was looking at that brass today, and it's got the fenders that run the whole length of the tank, and then like every 4 or 5 centimeters, there's a bracket that comes down off of the tank itself onto the fender, like a little support. Every one of those is individual on that PE all the way down through there. So I'm going to get plenty of practice doing those things.
So, you're talking to guys who buy kits, and we end up with, I don't know if you can see it or not on the camera, but
yeah, lots of leftover.
I got rivet heads on here.
Yeah.
Just in case I hate myself enough.
Right. Well, the little latch ears, I call them, little latches that you put the hook in it, and then you pull the latch down, and it holds down whatever it's latched onto. That's a 4-piece on those 4-piece thing on them, on that PE, and it's no bigger. I mean, it's tiny. It is teeny tiny, smaller than like a gas pedal on a car. So
listen, we're armor modelers. You got no sympathy from us whatsoever.
right, nothing. Sympathy fits right between shit and syphilis in the dictionary.
You shut your filthy mouth is what he's saying.
That's right.
That's exactly what he's saying, in the nice way.
But and it does come with that little Russian version of a Jeep. Jason will tell you that it is not a Jeep. It is a Russian something or other. So I'm going to probably just do that up in the. It's got a darker green. It's molded in a darker green, not quite black, but a pretty dark green. So I'll probably just work with that and maybe add a little bit of color here and there, and just to give it some contrast. But that's the second part of the build. The first part is definitely going to be this tank, and I'm excited and nervous all at the same time.
Mikey, save that Russian Jeep thing for when you get overwhelmed with the track, so you have something to kind of reset yourself with.
There you go. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let me see what's going on in the chat. That kit is terrible, Jody. You must be talking about that AMT Avante, because that kit is terrible. I have 2 of them. If he built that kit before, he would never build it again.
Well, we'll see how good I can make it look when it's done.
There you go.
That's the trick. That Rolls Royce is no peach either. Trust me.
Okay. Brian Connell says, if anyone is looking for a 63 kit for the NNL show, you will have the option of the 63 Impala, 63 Mustang 2 concept car, and the 63 Chevy 2 from Trumpeter, soon to be available again from Mobius.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is available. My local hobby shop has them.
Oh, really? Cool. And all of a sudden, things just got strange. What's happening, Mr. Billy Strange? How you doing, sir? Good to see you in the chat. Not much time left, he says. No, I'm carrying the modified and the revamped Dart to NNL East, and that's it. Of course, I don't have anything else to carry. that's got a lot to do with it too. There's Russ from Heavy Metal Modeling. What's up, Russ?
Russ.
What up, Russ?
Well, this is pretty much my worst fears realized. I figured there's resin hoods and trunks, or engine covers and trunks.
Oh, wow.
Check out the, let's see if I can get this on here. how much gap there is. Oops. Which
Hang
one
on,
do you need to go?
hang on just a second. James is gonna blow you up.
Oh boy.
Oh, nice.
This is to say, if this would focus, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it doesn't have to focus to see that guy.
Like, this is again the way I'm holding it. It's against the one side, right? This is flush with this side, and there's what, a millimeter plus on the other side. That is
At
short.
least, yeah. That's just awesome sauce.
Yeah, Hasagawa cast resin parts for the win, ladies and gentlemen.
Been there, done that. I can't say nothing. The last real bunch of resin tied to styrene that I did was the wide body kit on the Volkswagen from Black Box, and I had a really good printer, and the file was really good. It went together really nice.
And the thing that really sucks about this is there's a hood. I got a hood that comes with this that you just sort of sand off the engraving that's here and then put a decal on over, but there's no deck lid with this kit because that resin one's the only one they offered.
Nice.
I think I might have a Subaru 360 around here somewhere that I can steal the rear deck off of, but
That's crazy. Russ says that's like throwing a crowbar down an empty hallway kind of gap. I would have to agree.
It is because like you'd have to try to center this and then build it up on both sides.
Yeah.
And then try to maintain a panel line.
That would be tough.
All right, well, this one's gonna go.
Is it fairly flat? Can you just scratch build a new one? Or has it got curvature and everything?
No, it's all curvature, and this thing's warped on top of it. That's part of the problem.
Oh boy.
I could probably straighten the warp out, but they also cast the mounting legs for this on the back side of it, the way that Japanese, guys cast their wheels with the mounting lug on the back side, so it doesn't affect the hub. That's great, but now it's also in the back of the part. This is not the
Kate
easiest
Alves
thing
in the
world
house. What's up, Mr. Jason? Good to see you,
razor
everybody. Justin, if worse comes to worse, I can use these rubber band tracks that came with the kit.
You mother.
That's right.
Because I still have to do the tracks on my kit,
Yeah.
but I have the Ryfield Models kit, and it does not come with something easy.
Yeah, this one comes with the rubber tracks.
The Ryfield Models kits are just as complicated as the 3D printed shit, except I can use freaking Tamiya Extra Thin.
This one actually, I mean, I know that 3D printed one is going to be more detailed, but this one actually looks pretty decent. I mean, but again, what I know about it, you can do what? Put it on the head of a pin and have a square dance around.
You can give your 3D printed ones a try, and then when you get frustrated, just use the rubber bands.
Well, I can't figure out with the 3D printed ones how they're going to work without gluing them together.
You glue. You got to put like pinpoint amount of glue at a certain spot on it. That's what it is.
Is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I got to figure it out. Of course, it doesn't come with any instructions. Doesn't tell you nothing. Just here's your parts.
Nope.
Have at it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you screw it up, call us. We'll send you another one for another. What was it? $45 or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't crazy, but they weren't cheap either. Yeah,
incidentally, the front one's just has the exact same quality assurance.
Look at that! Look at that!
Holy shit!
That's as fucked up as a football bat.
I was gonna say that is the old joke from Christmas Story, right? It was once round and made out of rubber. So that was once resin and shaped sort of kind of like the hood.
That's going to look good at 50-50. 50 miles an hour and 50 feet away.
I said, at least I've got another hood. This hood's warped too. Oh man, this is a fairly new kit too. It's not like I've had this laying around for.
You're not getting off on a good foot over there by the sounds.
Well, like I said, I can take the engraving on this hood and use the decal, and nobody will ever be the wiser about it, assuming that the hood actually fits a little bit better than the resin base does. Yeah, that actually fits like it's made for the kit. Awesome.
Nice. Jason or Jason says that Jason Rothgau said you killed it on your Musaru Cup build, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. You guys didn't see the frustration I had trying to take the goddamn photos of that goddamn thing.
Just ask Riv, he'll help.
No. It wasn't camera issues. It was that goddamn thing issues. The poly caps, the wheels kept falling off as I tried to move it. Anything you touch on that will snap off, so I freaking don't want to touch it. But you got to touch it. It was a nightmare.
All right. Speaking of touching, Justin, it's going to be this one.
It better be. I shipped that thing out. It only took me 6 months to get it to you.
Oh, I'm patient. So this is the TACOM kit, and then Snowman model made. And I love how guys at 3D print, they package it, right? So I got a little package of extras that go on it.
Right.
So they basically took an extra decal pack from, I think, from Star Decals and threw it in here. So this will be fun.
And
All
you
right.
probably have it done before we finish here today.
Probably. I'm gonna spam the internet of my T35. So
Now I've got another one here. This resin's any worse than the one that I already had.
Russ brought up a good point that the resin does like to shrink over time. So I don't know how long that thing's been sitting, but
It hasn't been sitting that long. Maybe well, I mean, if it was going to shrink it, then it would have shrunk on the model kit.
yeah, true.
Let's see. This hood is moderately better, kind of, sort of. I don't care about the hood. What about the front here?
So I'm bigging myself real quick. I found the PE that I'm putting on this Sherman tank, and to give you guys an idea, it has got all kinds of little bitty pieces and goodies. Listen, that's one sheet. I got another sheet.
Good luck, Mike.
There's the other sheet. Yeah,
You know what? It's going to be mostly gluing.
yeah. It ain't going to be any soldering because one, I suck at soldering, and two, I don't have a soldering gun here, so it's all going to be glued.
Yeah, so like I said, I have a second one of these, and so it also has the same setup, and oh yeah, that's just as good, if not better. Look at this gap.
Oh, geez.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
It can't
fantastic.
be easy. They got to make it challenging.
That's worse than the other one I started with. This one's more than a millimeter, and it's also at a square.
They're just trying to challenge it, James.
No, they're trying to challenge this to be sold off to somebody else who wants to deal with it.
Somebody else's problem.
I was gonna say this may be like, I'll build this one because I want to build this one, but we may not be building the other one here. This one might get sold off to the highest bidder with exactly the same amount of warning I got. I have to say that it's one of the first times I've used my was this JLC razor saw. That's a handy dandy little razor saw.
Nice. Does anybody know what the string in my kit, my packages is for? See a little string in there? No,
that's for your tow cable.
tow cable.
Cable,
God damn it, Frankie. I was just going to mess with him and be like, oh, you didn't get the cotton too?
You got to give me that signal.
Wad
Give me
that
the
up and
signal.
jam it in the barrel.
Don't be telling me that. I'll be like doing it because I don't know any better.
That's
Free to
that's a tank pond.
A tank pond.
A string for your tank pond.
Nice.
It's for you to hang yourself when you get deep into that photo etch.
Into those three, yeah, the photo etch.
They should have sent a little bit heavier one. Rick Zink, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, buddy. Papa Z in the house. I thought maybe it would go on a winch, but I'm looking at the winch. There's no winch on it. Or if there is, I don't see it.
No, that's a tow cable. There's plastic eyelet ends that will get glued to that and then affixed to either end of the tank.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, the only advice that Riv would give me about PE is build the PE before you cut off anything from the model itself. That way, there, if you screw up the PE, then you still got the model piece. But my plan is to leave all this stuff right here on the trees, pull it out of the plastic, and hit it with Mr. Surfacer out of the rattle can black. That way, there, when I do nub stuff off, I can take my AK flat black marker and just hit the nubs, and hopefully it'll go together like it's supposed to. It's a Tamiya kit, so I have no doubt that it's going to go together well.
That's a good kit.
But I just hope my when it comes to putting this thing together, that my run out of talent light doesn't come on.
I think you'd be all right.
It comes on quite frequently, but it's like the check engine light on a Jeep Cherokee. They stay on.
Yeah, Dodge Rams too. Mine says check fuel, check fuel cap, and it didn't go off when I replaced the fuel cap. So there's something in the evap system is gone bad or is clogged or something. So next time I take it in for an oil change, I'll have them take care of it.
That 4.0, the 4-liter inline six that they had forever, for whatever reason, it just does not like O2 sensors, and that's what the check engine light comes on with it. We just learned to deal with it. So TJ that I had, I took a pin vise with a small drill on it, drilled through the plastic that's in front of the gauges, and then drilled into where that light was to pop the little LED or bulb or whatever it was in there so the light wouldn't come on anymore.
The problem is with modern cars, even if the light is out, you can't pass emissions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like Florida. I don't have to worry about that. Steve bought a 77 Can-Am 3D printed kit off of eBay, and it was perfect when he was building it, and then it started to warp while he was building it. Okay. I wonder why that is. Why the 3D? I mean, I guess everything warps, but maybe too much sunlight. I know that the 3D printed doesn't like to be out in the sun. Or no, it does like to be out in the sun.
Not for a long time, though.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, because you can actually make it brittle if you leave it out too long.
Yeah. It hardens up. Frank must be doing his OnlyFans.
Yeah, I just need to make a little extra rent money this month.
Been there.
Well, after the big rush, right? After I had the big Pissmas special in December, then, I got to move my OnlyFans into the spring festival. So,
Right.
he's going to be on. He's going to make a little bit of cheddar,
I got to work like 10 extra hours a week just to afford your OnlyFans subscription.
And
But it's worth it.
Thank you, Mr. Platinum subscriber number 4738.
That's it.
No, I'm just I finished the tank, so I'm doing the old internet spam with pics, right?
Right. Well, I'm just, like I said, I'm just checking this thing out. I'm not going to try and paint it tonight. Well, at least while I'm doing this, but I'm going to hit it with that black sooner or later. But again, I was checking out the directions. It looks pretty cut and dry. I hope. Frank, what about Jody? I think he's asleep. No, Jody's not asleep. He's working hard on his project.
He had his head down over there.
Well, I'm working, cleaning this terrible AMT kit up.
That's a
Is
job.
it worse than Hasagawa cast resin?
No, there's no cast resin on this.
And can I throw a shout out?
Yeah.
For
Absolutely.
I say I get a lot of my tools from a company called UMM USA. The armor guys might know him because he's usually at IPMS Nats. I think he goes to Amps Nats and does a whole bunch of tools. The micro chisels this guy sells, it's a hell of a lot easier to scrape that engrave the little engrave. It's like just little blade, right? I imagine you could do that with what is that number 2 X-Acto is the same thing where it's a flat bevel blade like that. That's a heck of a lot easier to scrape that engraving off than it is to try to sand that off. And is it off all the way? Let me check. Nope. It's got to stand some more.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Wojtek and his stuff. I every time I see him, I'll drop some coin on him.
I've often joked that I spend more money at his table at IPMS Nats than I do anything else.
He sells his scribers. If you don't have a scriber from him, his scribers are some of the best.
I have both the scribers. I have a whole bunch of micro chisels. I have a plethora, if one might say, of his tweezers.
Excellent.
And the prices are so good on them too. Like, I don't know how he's making any money at some of this stuff.
Well, he's making it because I'm spending it.
Yeah. If I had to have driven back, if I had to fly back from Omaha rather than drive back, my baggage would have set off the metal detector. Because he carries that razor saw and the blades for it too, which is awesome. Because the razor saw itself comes out of like the Czech Republic or somewhere over there.
Yes, Jason, that's exactly what I'm getting started on next. The last little bit of the Dirt Modified is in the Easy Bake Oven, hardening up. Got a little bit of sanding to do on the clear coat, polish it up, put the Nerf bars on, put the body skins on, and it'll be done. So I'm breaking out the Easy 8 now, trying to familiarize myself with it. Check out I got a lot of PE I'm putting on it, so checking that out, getting some input on how to do that properly. I may break down and buy one of those 3D or one of those PE benders, but I don't know for sure. Frankie gave me a good tip on some square tipped pliers. Those are a lot cheaper, so I might just buy a set of those and go that route. But I've cracked the Dart back out. Those of you that may or may not remember the 68 Dart that I've been working on, I finished it. I wasn't 100% happy with it. So now we're going to add some more. We're going to add some nitrous tanks to it. We're going to redo some of the plumbing that I wasn't really happy with when I got it done the first time. And if I'm honest, I took it to, where did I take it to? Forget where I took it, but when I got up there, one of the some of the plumbing had come off of it. The catch tank had come off of it. Blow off tank had come off of it. So I redid those, and now I'm ready to run the plumbing back to it. I just got to pick a color of tube I want to use.
I see Jason in the comments saying that PA inspections are the bane of his existence. I live literally 1.5 miles south of a county that does emissions checks, but I don't have to have emissions checks because I live in a county that doesn't require them. So, like, I don't understand the divvying up. It's based on population. Like, I could see the smoggy county from the end of my street, but I don't have to. But I personally don't have to have emissions checks.
We don't have any of that here in Florida. Now, when I lived in Vermont, we had it up there. But
now I have to say, though, that there is good purpose behind the inspection and all that shit.
yeah,
No,
Emissions, maybe not so much, but like they could probably change that to like 10-year-old and older cars or something like that. But if you've ever driven the Pennsylvania Turnpike westbound from Philadelphia and you get stuck behind fucking roofer vans from New Jersey, this shit, man, Some of those Jersey cars, shit's like literally hangling and dangling off of these fucking things. And they're still cruising down the fucking highway because they don't have safety inspection.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Ohio
Bumpers
was the
duct taped on. Freaking.
No regard for life.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Let alone the fact that the ladders are stacked as high as the roof of the van is.
Yeah.
Looks like an upside down pyramid.
No, it looks like the van is twice as high as it should be. It's not even a pyramid shape. It's ladders, that many ladders on top of this van where you can actually see the axle duct taped on.
So Ohio was the same way, where they would do the e-check, which was your emissions check, but there's no actual safety check. So
Yeah,
so long as you can somehow have your gas cap seal, doesn't matter what your car looked like.
The safety check is, I think, the most important one, especially after driving fucking behind some of these New Jersey cars.
Well, I say the other thing is like not only emissions checks, but just safety checks on brand new cars. Like I bought my car, and then
Right.
6 months later, I had it because it was been sitting in inventory for a while. 6 months later, hey, we need to have your car inspected for what?
Yeah,
It only has
yeah,
3,000 miles on it.
Exactly. That part is just a money grab.
And I say, well, I mean, as long as I take it to the dealer, they do it for free, so nobody's making any money off me from it, other than the
Wow.
bank and its payments.
Yeah.
Where do you live, James? State.
I live on the other side of Pennsylvania from Justin. He's
Oh,
over on the east side. I'm over on the west side.
What side?
Face.
Say if some meetings go well with the company I moved to, I think I'm going to be heading down your way, Mikey.
Oh, really?
Every now and then, yeah. If things go through the right way, they have a new route that they're going to have into Central Florida.
Well, come on down.
I won't be on it but whoever they hire when they go on vacation, we fill in for them.
Hell yeah.
I'm in testing and evaluation,
Yeah.
not.
Justin, the rims don't be like it if you go over the auto shut off while filling it with gas. If somebody evap system, and you might need to go. So a little tip from Brian, Justin. He says the Rams don't like it if you go over the auto shut off while filling it with gas.
Yeah, I don't usually do that anyway.
Okay, the evap system, and you might need a new charcoal canister. Hopefully, it's just the O-ring.
Yeah, well, whatever. It is what it is. Fucking things. It's almost 10 years old.
Hate it when your O-rings blow out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's been a problem today, too.
blowout can be a very bad thing. Very bad.
The old balloon not tied as tight as it used to be.
Right.
Yeah, but you know what? He's only got a 3-inch woofer, so it's all right.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jason, Jody's got a really cool lava lamp that he every once in a while he'll plug it in and have it ready for us for the show, and we get mesmerized by it. But most of the time, it just sits there in the back. It was brand new in 1967,
And popular then, too.
right?
Hey, we bought one for my daughter for Christmas, man. I love them.
They are cool. Nothing beats the Budweiser can blacklight, though. Who remembers those?
That is the epitome of tact.
That's exactly right. Or the old little mirrors you'd get at the carnival with your favorite band on them, AC/DC, Def Leppard.
Oh,
and all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Remember those? Pop the balloon, get a mirror. But talking about 3D printed kits earlier, I guess because James did it on his own 3D printer, James Tester, that one he did of that Hoonigan Mustang was amazing. I bought one, and you want to talk about a brick. That thing was horrible. I didn't even put it together. It was that bad. The chicken skin on it was a 1/4 inch thick. I mean, where he had his supports. The guy that did it didn't know what he was doing, but it was horrible. And then I watched James' videos of him doing his. I'm like, damn, it can look cool.
Yeah, that's like a whole nother hobby on top of the hobby I already don't participate enough in.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Matthew Inman, a very dear friend, MCD Products. That's what he told me. He's like, he doesn't get near as much time at the workbench now with the 3D printing stuff.
That's the most surefire way to destroy your hobby is try to make a business out of it.
Yeah,
Word.
Yeah, I did that. Dean's taking it all the way back old school. He says he's got 2 lava lamps, a black light velvet posters, which I forgot about those,
No.
and a traffic light. Hell yeah!
I always wanted a traffic light. I never did. My parents never would get me.
Well, my dumbass bought one, stole one. I just stole one from a construction site, the blinking yellow one.
Yeah, we stole one and we stuck it in our living room when I went back in like the late 80s. And we were so stupid because from the street you could see it.
See that
flashing.
thing blinking.
Yeah.
and no key to shut it off because
Nope.
they have a special key to shut them off. Yeah, after that thing went on all night long, we ended up smashing it.
There wasn't any rocket surgery going on in our house. That's why.
Yeah, there wasn't any at my place either. Listen, when we moved out, I tried to get my security fund back, and the landlord was like, "There's pizza stuck to the ceiling." I was like, "It was there when we moved in."
Oh yeah.
He didn't give me back my money.
That's a shocker.
I swear to God, it was like that when I got it.
Exactly. All those stains were in the carpet. It was brand new when you moved in. I would talk to my construction people because they left a mess behind. He wasn't hearing it, the bastard. He was not hearing that.
I don't know what Jody's doing, but it sounds like he's winning the video game.
I think he usually makes dinner around this time.
Right?
It's out here.
Dude, that is the laundry.
Trust your luck going on over there.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Oh, you bastard.
I was going to say I got a corned beef in the oven right now.
Oh,
Big money,
hello.
no way, me.
I'm
Sorry
going to
about that,
Vermont.
fellas. I had to step away and add the cabbage in there. So
I'm going to Vermont. I love corned beef and cabbage.
I'll
Me
go up
too.
and hang out with Jody. We can go work together.
White metal
There you go.
metal windshield wipers. That's a little fragile.
good thing I got a light schedule tomorrow. I'm living in my own filth over here.
Nice.
I don't.
All right, I gotta admit, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Check this out. My polycaps are short shot.
Oh, wow.
You just have bad luck across the board, man.
I have never seen a polycap not formed like that. That is wild to me. Good thing I don't have any polycaps. Oh man. Let's have to start building this suspension here so that I can get the chassis done. And I have 3 of 4 polycaps. Awesome. Are these supposed to be different sizes? No, they're all the same size. Maybe I was supposed to say maybe there's a second one in here, but no. I'm gonna have to put steel polycaps out of something.
Well, if you're like the rest of us, and I'm sure you are, you keep all that stuff. It's just a matter of finding where you put it when you.
Yeah, it's exactly. Now I gotta find and ones that are the exact same, width and diameter as these too.
Yeah, that's the next part.
Because God forbid there just be a universal way to mount fucking wheels.
No, that would be too easy.
Yeah, no.
What the hell is happening?
It's Frank you.
Good God.
Who invited this fucking guy anyway?
You don't see this a lot in the car kits maybe, but we get all the decals, got all the photo etch because Mikey's complaining, but I'm building a vehicle that's half the size of the Sherman.
It's got way more pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't stop now. You're like butter. You're on a roll.
It's the size of a Volkswagen. That's why. So I keep these, so when my wife, she phones me downstairs and
And she's, yeah, right. Can't stand it.
sorry, honey.
I'm working over here.
I'm working over here. I swear to God.
I swear to God. Dean says he's keeping Matt at MCV Products busy. That's a good thing, man. I actually texted him today and see if he was be able to come on and hang out with us, but he had some personal things going on too. So
Oh, you mean I was your third choice?
no, you two were the first two choices, and I knew I had room for at least one more, so I was reaching out.
Oh, I've told you before, brother. Anytime you want, you call, I haul.
There you go. We appreciate you for sure.
Especially with that deadbeat Jason not showing up all the time.
Right, you know that guy.
Jumbo.
That guy.
Mr. Blue Ox. I'll be your babe.
I'll be your babe. Robert Judson says he's working on a mini art truck with over 500 pieces. Yeah, mini art really likes to overdo things.
Mini art is for people who hate themselves.
Many parts.
Mini parts, yeah, that's true.
So you got many crap and many parts.
I got a bunch of mini art here. As a matter of fact, I was looking at, speaking of cars, my son must have pissed him off. He picked me up for Christmas last year. This beauty.
Oh, that thing is cool.
Ah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But I'm not ready emotionally for it yet, so we're gonna.
I'm sure that round thing on the back is probably some sort of a turret, would be my guess, but it looks like a giant round porta potty on the back of that thing.
Yeah.
We got a what was it? A pickup mini art from Tooch for the Secret Santa. The one that's got the piano and all the stuff in the back. It's really neat.
Oh, listen! Don't talk to me about Secret Santa. My Secret Santa gift is up there, and it's like it's calling me, but I'm
Yeah.
saving it for a special occasion. That was you knocked that one out of the park, brother.
Yeah, I didn't know what to get you. I saw that and I was like, I bet you he would appreciate this.
Well, Mr. Brian got me that Ming Kuba wagon with the tracks on it. And
Oh,
Jason,
yeah.
And Jason just got one. I think we have loosely kicked around the idea of doing somewhat of a buddy build, but we'll see how it works out.
Why don't you finish that Sherman buddy build there, Buckaroo?
Yeah, I was going to say, why don't you get that done first there before you overcommit to that, huh?
Right? Yeah, that's true. And that's the same thing that he said.
Amazing.
These kits do have a pretty good shelf life.
It's a good thing.
You'll be all right.
Well, I
feel
mean,
bad for the ones that I've moved outside and I haven't got an air conditioner in that shed yet. I mean, they'll be all right, but
Oh, they'll still be plastic.
yeah, they'll still be plastic, but God only knows what shape they'll be in. I haven't put any resin stuff out there, resin or 3D printed stuff out there yet. Just stuff that's already been out in the sun that I picked up at, wherever. Just moving stuff around. Damn, is somebody calling the Scots? I hear a bugle or whatever.
Who's riding? Oh,
Jet scale models. Hey, Frankie, just so you know, I do have a build series on that armored car on my channel.
all right.
He's on the phone right now, Jet, but
All right. Yeah,
I'll let him know when he gets
I'll
off.
go see what I can figure out.
All right, Justin's got things going on too.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Frankie, did you see that?
What happened?
Jet
Yeah.
says he has a
I'm in the
build
middle
series
of
on that
the
armored
Sunday
car on
live,
his
and
channel.
I'm making dinner at the same time here, but
Yes, I know. Jet and I are
I'll go
close
to his.
personal
I'll go to
friends.
her house and see what the hell's
You know,
going
not
on.
involving any exchange of fluids or anything like that. But overall, we are close personal friends, and,
Yes.
and I will go and scope it out. Jet's very reliable for me, so
Sweet.
I'll go check her out. Yeah, I'm in a period of transition, so I'm going to take it a little easy on my modeling brain. That's why I'm doing this one vehicle.
I've had the pleasure of talking with Jet a few times on the Discord. Seems like a really nice guy.
Well, he's
Hey,
Canadian.
fellas, I need to jet. My son's car is not working, and I got to go figure out why.
All right, my brother. Well, we kind of heard that in the background, so go
Yeah.
do your thing and
Good luck.
good luck.
Yeah.
You think you're going to be on this after?
Yeah, no, I should be, because the worst case scenario is car stays there and I take him home. He's not that far away, but no, I should be on to record tonight.
Okay, I got you, brother.
All right, we'll see you guys.
Take it easy, Justin. Well, that sucks. We won't have him to do the closing. He has that radio voice when he tries real hard.
When he goes for your oral pleasure.
For your oral.
He's got a radio face too. But
He does have a radio face. That I'll admit to. But Frankie, they must have figured out you were hiding over here, because Russ and Jet and everybody coming over here to check you out.
Well, I mentioned there was a couple guys in the Russ is always out gallivanting the internet, right?
Pretty regular.
Yeah. Russ sent me some tracks, so I gotta get cracking on that. But Justin blew me away. This sort of was a surprise. It showed up. It's what Riv likes to call a Frankie kit.
Frankie kit.
Yeah, I make. I like to take old shitty models and try to build them,
Right.
or anything that's kind of out of the ordinary, just because it's different.
Something different. Cool. I get that.
Because someone will release something, and then a month later, there's 700 of them.
yeah,
So I like old Mirage kits, ICM stuff from the 80s and 90s, and then they don't always come about. But like here's a car kit I got. Bet you've never built one of these.
You'd be 100% right. I've never even seen one of those.
yeah.
So this was during the Warsaw Uprising. They made one or two of these to go around shooting the bad guys. So this is an old Mirage kit. Haven't had the courage yet, but I'll get to it.
Well, Jet just told me, typed in that he did a cool Caterpillar kind of model from Trumpeter. It's a Russian S-65 artillery tractor.
Yep.
That'd be pretty cool. I got into those. Year before last, Sean Picard got me one of those tracked artillery rigs. That's pretty cool. I haven't built it yet, but it was really cool.
Yeah, as much as I ostracize it, Mini Art has got quite a few really, really cool commercial and farm tractors from the 30s,
Right.
and they are beautiful little builds. I'd recommend that for anyone who's into. We didn't realize it, right? But one of the guys found a magazine, and it's all about scale modeling agricultural equipment.
Oh, no kidding.
So it's bulldozers, combines, 1/24 scale stuff out of the UK.
Okay, that'd be cool.
I didn't even know they made. I mean, we don't see them here very often, but like people forget Lamborghini is a big tractor maker, right, in Europe.
They were originally, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they still make them, and So yeah, just we saw that. I was like 72nd scale combines and things. I'm like, dude, that would be cool to do.
I would agree.
Yeah, Mini Art upscaled a bunch of those Lance Bulldog tractors to 124 scale.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see them do like more. Like there's that GMC heavy duty truck. It's not the Opel, it's the actual GMC version of it. So a couple of things in that range that I like to see them make the right car scale, so to speak.
Well, I had a big discussion, right? And Mikey remembers that when I'm building, like I built a whole shit ton of 72nd scale Russian rocket launchers, and they're truck kits. And I'm like, I got a couple of car kits here, and then I build these military truck kits, and it's like 10 times the part count. But that's not the point. The point for me was the detail in the suspension and the drivetrain and the engine. And I'm like, don't you guys, like, why aren't you guys getting kits like that? I mean, right? Remember, Mikey, we had this big long talk about that. And
It is funny how, and I can only guess that, especially overseas. I know that overseas in Europe side, the armor artillery sells way more than the automotive does. So I'm guessing that's where they're marketing and targeting, because as a whole, y'all's kits are much more detailed than ours. And that's not to say that there's not exceptions to every rule, but for the most part, your kits, the armor and aircraft kits are more detailed than the automotive kits.
Like I posted it, and of course, the internet being what it is, I posted it after building a couple of truck kits, going, don't you guys like I made that comment on a auto car site that I don't visit very much anymore. I was like, how do you guys feel? Then I got these guys like, what the fuck, like getting all bent out. She's like, dude, no, I'm on your side. I'm just wondering, how do you feel, like, that you don't get more for your buck?
And there's some exceptions to that. Mobius, for sure, is stepping up their game. And I say stepping up their game. They've always had a really good setup. Their kits have a lot of different options and a lot of cool stuff. And they don't get into the mini art side of it where it's too much. But at the same time, there's a lot of good detail there that you can work with. But so there's exceptions to every rule or whatever. But at the same time, like I said, as a generally speaking, that is very true, especially with the military rubber tired stuff compared to our rubber tired stuff.
Yeah.
You get a I don't know the names of them, those big carriers and all that, like what Adams built, that whatever, Merkava, is that what they call them?
Yep, the Merkava tank, the Israeli tank.
Yeah, so you get one of those that's it's really detailed up compared to what we're getting. But then you get into the cost of and something that James brought up earlier. Everything that we do, we've got to they've got to buy licensing and all that, because it's all Ford or race teams or whatever the case may be. So they got to pay them to use their product, where I don't know if military, if they have to do all that.
Planes do. A lot of the planes are licensed by Boeing or whoever the plane makers are.
Yeah. I listen, for my Secret Santa, I went to you, I paid attention. I ended up picking up, I had to look it up. I bought for the guy the 125th Mobius 1964 K-Code Mercury Comet.
Good car. Good, nice, sweet kit. Yep.
It seemed like that. So, trying to make sure that when you're going to get something, I didn't want to be the guy that just pulls an old AMT knocker that may be right? It was a Keith Hay from Scotland.
Yeah.
Bought an old Airfix kit, and he pulled it out of the box, and he goes, "Oh, I think there's more flash than kit parts in this thing."
Unfortunately, sometimes that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
What's up, Chet? Good to see you, my friend. He says hi to everybody.
Hey, Chet.
Matt from Matt Models and More. Matt says he went to BeachCon yesterday in Myrtle Beach. Classes for cars, 5 to 10 military seem like 100s. Tables empty for a lot of military and some with just 1, 2, or 3 models. Then Myrtle Beach. Okay, that's I went to one in. Well, Matt, you were there. The one we did. No, yeah, wasn't that up there somewhere, or was that? I'm trying to remember now. No, Matt, we were at Charlotte together. There's another one up there, and when I went to it, it was primarily military stuff, and with some cars, and a good showing of cars compared to, I guess, the year before. But that's where I first met Charles Rice. Super good guy.
Oh, Charlie. Love Charlie.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man.
Good modeler.
Yeah, very creative. He can't believe that little beat up Coke Pinto that he did gets more attention than a lot of his other stuff. He just built that little car and dirtied it all up and kind of just made it, a fun thing. And he takes it to shows and it gets more medals and attention than his work that he's put lots of effort into. It kind of makes me laugh.
Just the way it goes sometimes.
That tends to be the way it works.
Yep.
The throwaway, that was just for fun kind of thing. It's the one that gets all the attraction. I was saying, well, if you want to chase the entire audience away here, the difference between military and automotive is sometimes the military guys grew up and they wanted actual replicas of what they were building. Car guys are all like, I'm 14 still. It's summer of 1964. Give me what I had back then. It's, I know that there is the Airfix classics, and there's a lot of people like the old Monogram airplane kits and stuff like that. There's a nostalgia in every genre, but man, as car modelers, we like to hump the leg of that to no end. I'm gonna go buy the 13th issue of the Heavy Chevy because look at the box art.
Yeah, that's really saying that. Yeah, that I've seen plenty of that.
Yeah.
Didn't that happen with that? What was that? That orange Sunrise pickup truck? Didn't I see that?
The Chevy Love pickup.
Well, no, I think he means the Deserter that got turned into that one-off Walmart that got on for $80.
Yeah, and then I see guys with like 6 or 7 of them, and then I see other guys posting like, "Dude, you've been had."
Well, they're going to reissue that, so a lot of people, have an investment in a declining asset they don't realize. But
the only difference is the decal sheet's different from one to the other.
Yeah, literally, it's just a Deserter kit with a different set of decals.
Yeah, I don't model for the investment's sake.
Right.
Well, it would be one thing if you were like, oh yeah, I'm investing in these, but people were buying them for $80. Like that was the thing with people. People were saying like, oh, there's just on eBay and nobody would pay that much. Then you go look at the sold listings and people were literally paying that much. So much so that the guys over at STS made the decal sheet just so you didn't have to do that.
I think the biggest disappointment for me recently is they came back out with the High Roller series, but it's nothing like the original High Roller series. That was a Revell kit, I think.
Yeah, the Jimmy. And they retooled the. I get it because like the original High Roller series is 124, so those parts aren't going to fit the new Blazer. So
and they put groundhogs on them. They all had groundhogs, and you had that one Chevelle that they converted over the F-150, and then you had I got the Ram Charger. It's a true high roller. But those they're cool to me because those were the kits that I was building when I was a kid. So I guess
I mean they reissued the Chevy Love high roller. That's an actual legit high roller because it's again an old Monogram kit. They could have done more. I agree. They could have done more with that kit to make it more off-roady than just throwing a different set of wheels into it and saying, "Oh, it's a high roller." Well, not to a lot of people.
Is it?
Not really.
Yeah, right.
They're moving in the right direction, and that's another one. If you're into those high rollers, and you go to find them somewhere at a show or whatever, supply and demand, economics 101, they're still way overpriced. And I mean, way overpriced.
Well, they were only released the one time, so.
I've only paid stupid money for one kit, and that was just because I had to have it. It was that CUDA kit, that dirt stock car series from MPC. It's an absolute horrible MPC kit, but it's the only one like it. and I wanted that body worse in the world. And I
Yeah.
paid for it.
Brian and Shatson, the Sundowner will be available mass market soon. Yeah, they're going to reissue that. So a lot of the people that paid $80 are going to be really disappointed.
Yeah, when a local hobby shop selling it for $32 or whatever the going price is.
And as car modelers, we don't demand new stuff. That's the other thing. We're perfectly happy with the ancient whatever it is. I mean, if you look at like the 57 Chevy, iconic American car, there was a 60s Revell version and a 60s AMT version, which and both of those kits still exist. The 60s Revell one got put out by Atlantis. The 60s AMT one is the Pepper Shaker. And then it took 30 years into the 90s before Revell put, the new Tri-5s out. And then AMT put out that new Tool 57 Chevy that has the opening deck lid and the photo etch grill and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Jason, you're absolutely right. That Dick Trickle Mustang is very difficult to come by as well. That's the two. Well, I've got the Cuda now. The Dick Trickle and the Jegs Camaro are the two that I don't have that are on my list. But I'm not paying $300-400 for them. I can't do it. I did for that Cuda, but I'm not doing it for the rest of them.
And then you look at the military guys, and it's like every 6 weeks there's a new P-51 coming out.
I do remember the Earnhardt Wheaties at $70. Yeah, that gets crazy too. But they pumped out so much Earnhardt stuff that nothing anymore is really valuable because they just put out so much of it. Yeah, Jet, that's true. Dick Trickle was his real name. He was an amazing race car driver, won more races than God, especially on short tracks and on dirt tracks. But that is a pretty odd name, that's for sure.
Jody,
Yes.
you guys do car fires?
Do we do car fires?
Yeah. Like
We just burned up 4 electric buses here a couple weeks ago or last week.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, do you guys investigate them for cause and origin ever?
We do, yes. And I think one of the teams went out there and took a look to figure out if it was a battery issue or a charger issue or what.
So I mean, EVs, I totally get with thermal runway and the problems going on. Whether it's a scooter or whether it's something big. I was just curious because with the side hustle, right? I've done 38 call outs, I think, since October, and 6 of them were structure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
yeah, we have a good team that does all that, and it's been, because it was such a cold winter, it's been a busy winter for those guys, unfortunately, And
hey, the economy, according to my partner, our busiest months ever were January and February, and March will probably be the same. Like, just outrageous.
Yeah, outrageous.
Amazing how these accidents happen. But anyway,
Yeah.
hate to be cynical. Sorry, took the opportunity. We're together. It's car talk.
Yeah.
Talking about funny names, Matt, whose last name is Hickey, says his name was going to be Gimme, as in Gimmie, middle name Andre. Gimme a Hickey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Hinkley.
My dad in Northway wanted to name me James Robert. So I'd be JR. My mom's like, "You're not naming our son Jim Bob."
My wife babysat a kid. Last name Coke. First name Ryan.
Ryan Goat.
Ryan Coke.
Ryan Goat. Well, with the last name Janice, I felt like that Boy Named Sue song. some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
I'd have just called you Joplin. That would have been your nickname from me.
Right? No, everybody did the same thing. Jan ass, Jan ass. I'm like, let me show you my ass. Back then, there was no safe places to hide. No such a thing.
That is true. Even if you got away, they were going to find you eventually.
Eventually, yep. Exactly
And
right.
just taking the beatings.
Or they'd pretend to be your friend at school, and you'd be like, "Oh, let's go back to my house. We'll play with my Hot Wheels." And you make it 3/4 of the way, and then they jump off the bike and shove grass up your nose because that was torture.
Jesus.
Sneaky bastards.
Well,
I still have my
Duff,
certificate. Sorry, go ahead, JD.
I was gonna say with Duff being a euphemism for back end, you can imagine my childhood growing up.
Yeah.
Now everyone walks up to you and goes, "Hey, can't get enough of that Duff."
Right?
That's right.
Here.
People are like, does it annoy you that that's like the thing on The Simpsons? I know that's how I tell people how to spell my name. It's Duff, like the bear on The Simpsons.
Perfect.
Duff man. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I the number of people who walk up to me when I was like in high school. So like, do you know Heidi Duff? Yeah, we're cousins. Like all of us are related. I mean, technically in some way, I'm sure she is, but no, I don't know her.
That's okay. I'm supposed to know Hank, Charlize, and Dave from Canada.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of them.
Right? Yeah. You live in Florida, right? Oh, you must know Bob. Yeah, I know Bob real well. Great
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, we're buddies.
Well, let's see. What diameter do we reckon this exhaust is? Because it's not drilled out.
No Waltons fans. I watched it when I was a kid. Problem was the Solid Gold Dancers would come on about the same time Waltons would come on, and I was watching them Solid Gold Dancers. they were awesome.
Yeah. Walton's my ass.
Right? I see your Waltons and I raise you the Solid Gold Dancer.
This would be a good size. One small. What do I got? This little small.
Dean says it happens to those that were in the Navy too. He says, you were in the Navy? Yeah, you know so and so? Yeah, no, never met him.
Nope.
This is 7/10 of a millimeter. I need something just a little bit small. Half, 1 8/10. All right, we'll go with half.
Boogie fever. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Oh, there we go.
God damn you bastard. jumping, Jesus. I just want to put a decal on my nitrous bottle. I don't want the nitrous bottle to go for a ride. I don't want nothing stupid to happen. I just want to get this decal on.
Look at you. You got stuff going on left, right, and center, buddy.
I do. All right, Jason, you have a good one, buddy. It's good seeing you. All right, well, I can sit down for a minute. And I'll get my-
Now, Mikey, when you're doing those Panzerwerk tracks,
Yep.
they come with resin pins.
No, it's all 3D printed.
Yeah, but the pins are.
Yeah, well, it's got a bunch of pieces. All right, so these are the bars that go across it, right? That's the track itself.
Yes. I love your terminology. That's the tread.
The tread.
It's the actual physical track, and then they're usually pinned together, so you'll have like little.
Yes, these guys I think are what you're talking about. These go on the outside of it, on the outside of the track,
Yeah.
and one it's got two pins, and one connects to the track in front of it, and then then it goes one on each side. So
Perfect. So if you're working with resin, I've found sometimes because there's little print lines that you can barely see. If you dip them in a little bit of alcohol, a little IPA, when you put them in, makes it easier.
okay, I'll remember that. Well, I'm trying to figure out how they're going to stay together without gluing them, but Justin was saying that there's a very strategic place to put the glue.
Yeah. So what you do is you just you put a little glue on the end of the head, right? So we used to do this with metal, like when we'd use metal tracks, you'd put the metal in, like usually the old Fruity tracks and stuff, you'd get a coil of wire, or even now I still use brass wire for my tracks as opposed to the resin ones often.
Okay.
But you put the wire in, then you cut it flush so that it fits, but like you pull it out a little bit, you put a little dip of the glue, and then you push it back in.
Okay.
So it only glues on that surface area, right? Then it stays working. So you
That's
get
what
that
I
nice-
was trying to figure out. I put glue on that son bitch and I lay it down flat to build it. When I go to pick it up, it's going to stay flat.
Yeah, no, and it's just a little drop. I like using black super glue for two reasons. The black's got a little bit of give, but you can see it because after doing like 100 of them, you don't want to lose track of where you're at, like if you missed one or not. So
All right.
I use the black glue just because I can actually see it.
Right. That makes
I'm
sense.
old, people. For anyone making comments, I'm old. This is the shit we do.
That I can relate to.
I got multiple concussions. I'm going for cognitive testing next month, but you know what? Like, this is the stuff us old farts do.
All right. Yeah, Brian's calling me out. He said, as someone that runs heavy equipment, Mikey, you should know what the terminology is. I run heavy equipment. I don't work on heavy equipment.
What are you doing over there? I'm just going to jump on top of the movie part and the part that moves, and then I'm going to get in the cab.
Right. I'm going to get in and
Go
do
forward,
my
and I go backward, and I make things flat.
That is
Pretty much it in a nutshell, isn't it, Mikey?
And what happened to Mikey? He's all in the dirt now.
I said, did Mikey's power go out? Did somebody run the microwave?
Yeah.
Oh, Z. Oh, he's hung up. He's hung up.
Don't start saying that. He's going to get all confused.
I think he was confused at me saying anything, but it's possible.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh,
And
he's
he's gone.
gone.
Look at that. Now it's just the three.
Uh-oh.
Just the three of us.
I wonder if we're still on. Are we still on?
Oh, we're still on.
Oh, yeah. So long as somebody's here, it'll stay running.
Interesting. You need him to have a good time anyway.
So I've dropped out of ours while we're doing our live cast before. It's still
And-
out there.
Using StreamYard, JD.
Yep.
We use StreamYard. We have, with the exception of sometimes people will lose their audio. They'll be talking, and then all of a sudden there's 5 of us, and like it'd be like they can only hear me, or they can only hear Rob, or
Oh yeah.
yeah. Then we just tell them the same thing. Just wiggle the power bar a little bit. Wiggle it a little bit.
I was figuring I would be the one with the problems because it's windy here today, and before I came on, I'd lost my internet, the power once, and the internet like 3 times. So I was like,
Whereabouts are you in the country?
I live just south of Pittsburgh, so
You know what? I'm up in Ontario, and it's been howling for 2 days straight up here. Like winds hitting about 40 to 80 clicks.
Yeah.
right
yeah, so
now.
we had Friday. Friday was real bad. Trees come down the neighborhood and power went out and stuff like that. And then today was supposed to be equally as bad, but so far, knock on something around here, it's been pretty quiet, comparatively speaking, to what the forecast was.
Good. Yeah, well, this winter shit was not on my bingo card anymore. So
I'd say it's 70 degrees today. It's going to be 29 by the time tomorrow's over with, and it's 19 for a low on Tuesday night. So
yeah,
Yeah, it was
we got-
nice here. Beginning of the week, it was beautiful. 70 degrees, 73, 74. And not so much today.
we have a kid up from Oklahoma in our training program, and well, he's 10 years younger than I am, and he was like, "Hey, it's getting cold up here." I said, "See, you showed up during false spring. Now we're in third winter."
yeah.
Like, I hope. Hey, there
There
he is.
he is.
Somebody making popcorn.
Yep. That's exactly what happened.
Does it say look like the power went out and everything? You got all dim, and then you disappeared.
Yep.
That microwave, for whatever reason, is on the same circuit as my whole area. Like, so when it goes out,
Yeah.
everything in my room goes black.
Yeah.
As soon as it went out, I'm like, somebody's making popcorn.
You were dimmer than you normally are.
Much dimmer. But I got a funky feeling it may happen again, so we'll see what happens. I've asked it to not happen again, but I think it's going to anyway. Mikey froze up in Florida to talk about global warming. Way to go, Rick Zink. He's gone. It wasn't flat. It might be dead.
Yeah.
Damn, guys. Had to be written off seconds after I was only gone for like 2 minutes.
Maybe it was like a drone attack or something.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
It was 75 a few hours ago. Now it's 38 and snow's screaming down in my area. Yeah, that's tomorrow's forecast for us. It's a good day to be out on a high-speed test track.
Great day for that, I would think. Great day for that, I would think.
So now I've got a source of polycap. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with the trunk, the engine cover on this pile of crap. A bunch of windows that need painted, and there's not a paint mask in sight, nor are any of them made for this kit. Good times, good times. Glad I picked this. got a bunch of holes I got to fill because all like the mirrors and the external stuff obviously stripped off for the race car.
See there?
There's a turn metal cap for the fuel cap. I'm wondering if it even fits. Probably like 3 sizes too big, knowing the way this
Yeah.
resin is.
It's all downhill from here, buddy.
Yeah, I got a mixed paint. That'll be fun.
Uh-oh. Looks like Brian is telling on Jason. Apparently, Jason put in his video today that they needed to pick on me.
They didn't need a reason.
He didn't need permission either, did you?
Right.
Let me grab the Civi version of this, see what I got for back end.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch that video. I watched the one where what was he talking about? The Musaru Cup. I watched that one.
I mean, I know that, under the Insanity umbrella, we have 2 entries going.
Yeah.
But
Apparently-
if you see pictures of Denklaus build,
Yeah.
right. I
Give
mean,
him the trophy.
I love Justin, and he built the car infinitely better than I ever could. But I've seen Denklaus progress shots, and I'm like, God damn.
He's a hell of a builder. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
He is a hell of a builder.
And actually, my friend, so I got a buddy, Dave Blappy Gertan. He's up here, not far from me, up in Sarnia. He's in our club. He's in our IPMS club, our model club here. He's building it for the Scale Model podcast for
Okay.
Stuart Clark. And I knew he was getting crafty because he started posting that he was looking for a 2D image of a Molson Canadian case of beer, so that he could print that, so he could put some cases of beer inside his vehicle. And he found some, which was pretty impressive. So he's made little what is that vehicle? 1/24th scale cases of beer.
Nice.
Nice. Yep. Yeah, I did the Musaru Cup, 2 cups ago,
All right.
and it ain't easy.
No. A lot of good builders in that.
Well, that's quite literally what it is, right? I mean, it's like the cream of the crop, so to speak, or at least in the podcasting world, as they
Yeah.
know it, right?
Yeah, and this one's a weird one, right? Because it's the first time it's not been everyone builds this, like it's built something, and this time everyone got a different vehicle, and it was you got to modify it.
Right.
Yeah, something different.
And for our podcast, I mean, I think Adams could have pulled something out, but like he did the last one, which was the submarine. So I'm
remember
pretty
that.
happy that we had Justin.
I remember that when he did that, because he went somewhere and somebody had one. Was it Stuart that had one that was very similar?
The scale model podcast guys also did an underwater scene where it was grappling with something. But the one that El Prez did for the geeks, I mean, that forced perspective was fantastic. So
Yeah.
can't argue with that kind of skill. Well, you can argue, but you're
Pissing up a wet rope. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that. Pissing up a wet rope. I've been getting a lot of good ones lately. What was the one yesterday I really liked? Harder than a woodpecker's lips.
I heard the woodpecker.
Woodpecker's lips.
I thought that was a really good one. I'm keeping
That's
that one.
fantastic.
I have one for that, but it's a little more R-rated, so I'll save it for behind the scenes. Let's just say there's a preacher involved.
Oh boy.
That's where you need to get to. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know if you ever watch our lives, but I know for a fact that after our live stream, there's 4 seconds where we go live again.
Yeah.
So I've been saying inappropriate things in that last 4 seconds.
Yep.
like, yes, Rob, you can tongue punch my fart box.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got that same 4 seconds.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll behave. But
It's a StreamYard thing.
it just drives Riv crazy because everything I say is like,
I know. He always says, "Don't say anything."
yeah. And then I always say something.
Brian said it was on his USAC reveal. All right, I'll be looking that up, Brian. I'll have to leave him a comment for that. Good old
Harder
Jason.
than Chinese math. I like that one.
Harder than Chinese math. I've heard that one before. That's a good one. We got to talking about Lost. Lost like last year's Easter egg. Lost like a ball in high weeds. Got a couple giggles out of those.
They work. Yeah, I like those.
But the last week I was getting told to hush. I was reusing my stuff too much, so I got shut down.
Well, we told Justin that because his go-to is always like nervous like a nun in a cucumber patch.
There you go.
Yeah.
Need to come up with something different, man. Well, my favorite one is you get that on them big jobs.
That's right. That's the one you used like 10 times, didn't you?
Yeah, I overused it. I went to the well about 10 too many times.
It's tough being relevant, man. I hear you.
There you go.
Can't complain too much though. Mr. BG was on my team with that one, so if I got BG support, I'm doing good.
You're all right.
Taller than giraffe's ass. You're right. I've heard that one. Dean says he'll have his USAC build done tonight. That's awesome, bud. We'll look forward to that video uploading.
Nice.
Harder than the back. That's ooh. Life in the fast lane. Sure.
Well, that's not the correct engine cover, but it fits. So we're gonna go.
If it fits, it ships.
That's right.
I'm sitting here looking at this resin piece, comparing it to the kit piece out of this sporty version of this car that Hoskell also does a civilian kit of, and I'm noticing that the louvers on this resin one aren't even straight. Now that I could compare it like with the other one, they're all off akimbo. It's like looks like some poor kid hanging their first set of blinds.
Yeah. We've all been there.
That's my
Those holes aren't exactly straight and level. Dang it. So now I got a civilian kit that's missing a poly cap and the engine cover. Wasn't planning this as a kit bash, but here we are.
It's always the unplanned ones that are the best.
Yeah, I guess.
It has to be, right? Because there you go.
That's what we tell ourselves.
It's the lie we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel good about what's happening.
So it's got a bunch of masking on the underneath of it. Oh, I hate masking. If I could hire some. Everybody wants to do 3D printed parts, 3D printed parts. Can I get like a masking and body cleaning service? Like, so I just clean up all the mold seams, mask off everything needs to be masked off. I'll paint it. I got no problem with that part. Looks like these. No, those go from outside, inside. Okay, sure, that'll fit.
Woo!
So
Most dangerous thing in the world, trimming or cutting 3D printed parts. They will break. Dean says he's got spare polycaps if you need them, James.
Yeah, well, appreciate it, but I've got that sourced. Let's say the girls on this go up and down. The other ones went side to side, up, back, side to side. But I don't think anyone is going to be an expert enough in Subaru 360 racing cars at NNL East to notice. Jody will say something because he knows.
Yeah.
Look at that asshole!
Make sure to point it out. He's trying to get away with this horse shit.
Pile of crap over there in those 1963 kits. See it from a mile away.
Jody, I need you to go ahead and write down everything that's wrong with it on a little note. That way there I can come up behind you. That's not supposed to be like that.
Well, that will be flooded with vets and impalas and stuff. So it'd be nice to get some different. Hopefully, everybody else is thinking the same thing, you know. But
Well, I mean, if Gary Westfall shows up, he'll just build some crazy ass shit that'll win, and none of us.
there you go.
We'll all just sit there and stare at it. So
Yeah. Well, he's got that 60. I think that's a 63 Impala he did last year. I don't know if he brought it there. It was that classic plastic. It's got lights and everything in it.
yeah, I appreciated the fact that not only did he build that crazy Ford pickup for last year's web theme, but you only have basically 2 months to do it in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna make a Ferrari and an extra axle. I know he's retired, but still, Jesus.
Yeah, he's a great builder. Nice guy
He is.
too.
So we had him on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Very first episode of this year. And he's sitting there telling us about, oh yeah, there's 140 LEDs in this headlight. Okay.
Yeah.
This is well beyond my pay grade under any circumstances.
That'll have you scratching your watch and winding your ass for sure. Brian says Gary will be there. His 63 is green.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I told Jason when he started working on that 63 he was doing. I'm like, are you building for the theme? He was like, what theme? I'm like, the NLE's theme. Like, no. I'm like, well, it fits, so there's that.
You're there.
If it fits, it ships.
Yeah.
Wow. Now I know if I don't put at least a little dab of glue on that nitrous oxide bottle is going to fall out of there. So here we go again on my own.
Well, I mean, the kit parts of this fit pretty nicely. So there's
This chassis for this Avante's got about 1 million. Either some of it's ejector pins, but there's like bolts and detail on the bottom side of it. And I'm trying to get rid of all that stuff to smooth it all out to make it look nicer. Not that anybody's going to see it, but
You'll know it's there.
I'll know it's there.
I'll say thank you. I was just gonna say you'll know it.
I know it's there.
This is one of these kits where the chassis, the top of the chassis is also the interior plate,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which is fine because it's stripped out, car. But that means I got to paint the whole thing body color, and then come back in and paint the bare bottom of it black and the body color, and this thing's like a slightly off-white beige. So any bleed through on that masking is going to be a pain.
Oh yeah.
And the base of the stick shift has to be body color. The door panels have to be body color. The dashboard has to be body color. The steering column has to be body color. What I really needed to buy was one of those empty Tamiya bottles they sell for mixing paint. Because this is not going to be a mix up this color in a little paint cup kind of situation.
Right.
I could try to paint this all at one time, but I bet you I can't get it done. That is more airbrush time at one time than I get.
I can relate. I go through more paint because I don't use it all when I mix it up. I try not to mix up too much, and then it's not enough.
Yeah, I hate that.
I hate that too. Especially for a guy like me that doesn't have that much paint. Only got 1 or 2 bottles floating around here.
Oh yeah, after you gave it all to BGs.
I did give him a bunch, but I don't think he was expecting like a dozen bottles. He got close to 200. He really wasn't expecting that much. I bought that stuff when I first got back into the hobby. I used it one time, really liked it, and went out at the beginning of the year and bought every bottle that they had. It was Army Painter, and bought every bottle they made, all the kits, the whole shooting match. And then after that, I didn't like it. It's not designed for cars. It's designed for figures, and it just never really had the right colors. So it sat there, and I'm like, BG said he did figures. I'm like, boy, if I got something for you.
The rest is history, so they say.
So they say. Now I gotta measure that and mark it. Son of a bitch. Millimeters. Well, fellas, we're about 3 minutes from being done.
Lordy.
I know that was a pretty quick 2 hours.
That's quick.
Does anybody want to go first and say goodbyes and signs offs and all that? Okay.
Well, I'll start. I'll say thanks for inviting me once again, Mikey. You know, I'm always looking forward to coming and spending some time with you guys. So for everyone that joined us, right, like I say on our podcast, right, thanks for spending some time with us. It's always appreciated. Hope you had some fun watching us men of a certain age
Flounder around.
me and Jody with the glare off of the lights off our heads, you know.
It's good to see you, Frankie.
Yeah, it's good to be here, buddy. JD,
Frank,
nice
got
to meet
anything you want to plug? Any podcasts or anything you want to plug? Where can we find you and all that?
Well, you can find me on the Modeling Insanity podcast. I'm one of the team of 5. I've also got a Facebook and Instagram, Big Daddy's Plastic Fantastic.
Love that name.
That's where I love that name too. I post I post my stuff up on there, and other than that, you'll see me in the funny pages. I'm always hanging around
Somewhere. The Discord's always a good place to find them during the day, usually though, right, Frank?
Lately, yeah. Like I'm running pretty busy right now. Life, as everyone knows, so I'm not in the evenings as much. I'm kind of in earlier, and then usually I'm gone. But yeah, weekends, evenings, come by Modeling Insanity Discord and come in for some laughs. You'll have a great time.
Absolutely. Well, again, we want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to hang with us, fill in as a guest. We definitely appreciate you. You always bring something different to the table with your side of the build. So we appreciate you and all that you do, my friend.
Thanks, brother.
Jody?
Yeah. So thanks again for coming, everybody. It's always appreciated for people coming and hanging out with us and getting in the chat and all those things. Remember, next Sunday, the 3-hour build from 4 to 7. We will be here trying to complete a kit in a 3-hour time frame. So
Matthew made it just in time for the sign-offs. What's up, Matthew? I recently found out, and we've got him here on cam now. I recently found out that Mr. Duff, you were joining us for that 3-hour
I didn't
build?
hear that. Is that true?
Yes. I was bamboozled by one Mr. Hanscom into participating. So
He bamboozled me with love.
So looking forward to that. I can be found over at VW Jody on Instagram, and gained a few new users over there. It'd be better about getting stuff on there, but we're inundated with social media constantly. It's nice just to go in and look at Instagram and be mindless about the things we're looking at. So
Right.
100%.
but we'll definitely see everybody next week. I'm looking forward to that 3-hour build. Should be a good time. So
Absolutely. Mr. James?
So I guess I'm the last one, right?
No,
So
I go.
yeah, you can find me on YouTube at the Stash Project every other Monday. So that'll be the next one will be the 23rd coming up. We do the Automotive Podcast live 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm still securing our guest, but if we have who we're supposed to have, it'll be a very prominent industry insider that you guys will all recognize from his involvement with an actual model company as well as being on YouTube. Not having his own YouTube channel, but he's on YouTube. So hopefully we'll get that all sorted out. Like I said, it's every other Monday. So we'll be having a great big pre-NNL with a bunch of the guys. The 20th, 420. Yeah, so that's gonna be a real good podcast too. I've run out of spots on screen at this point, so that'll be a fun one to see if 10 people can stay online for 2 hours. But yep, Stash Project YouTube, Stash Project Instagram, and yeah, that's me. And I'll be here next week.
Absolutely, yeah, and he'll be here next week for the 22nd. Again, we got that 3-hour build next week. That should be a lot of fun. Probably the quietest that we all are ever at because we have our noses to the grindstone trying to get these things built.
Absolutely.
So far, I'm sticking with my 1/35th scale NASCAR. So hopefully, I'll be able to get it done. Want to say special thank you to both James and Frankie. Thank you guys for helping us out, filling in while the other boys were out. Definitely appreciate both y'all. Definitely two different sides of the coin as far as what you guys bring to the table, but it's all good stuff, man. We appreciate you both. Jody, as always, my brother, I appreciate you. Chat, we appreciate everybody in the chat. I see a lot of the same people every week. That's awesome. People coming in, checking us out. We see some new faces every week, which is even better. Definitely want to say thank you to you guys. We were up there around 60 people today. That's pretty good for a Sunday afternoon. We appreciate that. We do ask if you get a second to give us a thumbs up, share, and all that. That helps with the old algorithms. And as always, be kind to each other, be safe, and keep on modeling. We're gone.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.